We have been on such a long, perilous journey. We went from no Pokemon, not knowing how to do anything, to becoming the Pokemon master of the world. The champion of the Pokemon League. We are the best of the best. We showed Blue what's what. We got Professor Oak's respect, and we apparently don't care about our mother or anybody else in the world. And we're kind of a badass. And we are going to hand deliver the Pokemon we went on this journey for. We were lost until we got to Route 11 and found out we needed to get a Lickitung for this guy? Why did I think it was for Cubone? Why did I write Cubone? This is even worse! Dugtrio is right over there! In Diglett's cave! My god! We are gonna have an insanely powerful level 50 Dugtrio. Okay. What? Why? Why is this in the game? Lickitung is in the final dungeon, in the post-game. I don't understand. But while this final trade, I want to know how many people have actually done this trade in yellow. I don't even think it's in red or blue. Whatever. I got some things to talk about because I blazed through Cerulean Cave and mostly just talked about missed potential with Oak. There was an old rumor that is definitely worth mentioning. Put in an April Fool's issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly, a magazine notorious for their April Fool's pranks, but nobody ever seems to notice, and they just think they're real. So, and this was 99. There was a rumor that if you had red and blue version, and you had all 150 Pokemon in both, then you go in red version, catch a Dratini, Gurio? At least he already knows Dig. That's you. Oh! Shit! This is actually a pretty good Pokemon. Well, that's good to know. He has no HP. What the fuck? Hold on. We gotta get our final NPC text. Isn't my old Dugtrio great? He's actually pretty good. But I'm gonna walk and talk. Sorry, the Dugtrio's move set distracted me. If you have 150 Pokemon in red and blue, catch Dratini in red, trade it to blue, fully evolve it to Dragonite, and then trade it back to red, go to Cerulean Cave, and use a Firestone on the Dragonite, it will evolve into Yoshi. People actually believed that. Of course, there were fake edited screenshots of it, but they were entirely false. But that was one-upped the same year on an official Nintendo magazine's website. Very advanced for its time, by the way. I don't remember what country it was. I believe it was somewhere in Europe. They said that if you caught a Lickitung and did several steps, I don't remember what all the steps were. It was a ridiculous list. And went to the exact spot where the Snorlax is on Route 12, where it was. Hold your Game Boy upside down, and then give Lickitung a rare candy. It would evolve into Luigi, who would have the exclusive Plumber type with moves that included Family Reunion, Mustache something, Wrench Throw, something like that. I can't remember. It was hilarious. But people actually did believe it. People also, for years, for at least a decade, this is going to be a very, very painful process. Don't have I gotta go get the coin case. Believed there was a Mew 3. This was further propagated by screenshots from a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red named Pokemon Chaos Black, where there is a Mew 3 and a Mew 3X. But there is no Mew 3 anywhere. There's no real hint to a Mew 3. I believe somebody in some official media makes a joke about there being a Mew 3, but there is not. Sad to say. There is no Pokemon 152, even though Luigi was rumored to be number 160. No idea why 160. There's one more rumor that we'll talk about in a little bit, though. Remember when Giovanni said Team Rocket was disbanded forever? All the Rocket Grunts are still, you know, everywhere except Saffron City. I don't get it. I don't mean to go in here. We have to go buy the coins first because we're not playing the slots to win them. I tried this in my last playthrough because I never tried it before. And I even used save states. It's rigged. The game, you are more likely to lose after you win. It's like real gambling. It's like real casinos. I don't know how they programmed it like that because this game is a programming nightmare and is definitely held together with glue, but we're just going to do it the cop-out way. Remember, this is the last remnant of Pokemon stores where you'd be able to buy Pokemon, you know, in capsules and use them. The idea was scrapped because they thought there would be no incentive for players to go out in the wild and catch Pokemon on their own, and they would just buy them. So they didn't want basically a pay to win mechanic, even though it was money you couldn't pay real money for. But I'm going to speed this up and meet you at the prize corner. No, there is no faster way to do this. Let's finally redeem a prize. So, you want Porygon? Sorry, you need more coins. I spent all our money and got less than a third of what we need. Oh well. We can finally get Vulpix. Oh, well. I'll evolve it and then show you its Pokédex entry. I lied. This is the final evolution I'll show. I can't help it. I won't show any more. I am, after this, going to go evolve every Pokemon we can and grind in Cerulean Cave. I'm going to leave Pikachu in the party and maybe Bulby because there's a lot of Pokemon Pikachu can't even affect, like Graveler, and use the Experience All and evolve them all, including Cheater. And it's going to take a long time for Cheater to evolve because he's level 98. He'll evolve at level 99 and then level 100, and it's going to be insanely painful. It's going to take forever because once you're that high level, it takes a long time to evolve. But before we leave off, I will tell you all the Pokemon I'm going to evolve and what the plan is for the rest of them. The Fox Pokemon. Both its fur and its tails are beautiful. As it grows, the tails split and form more tails. According to an enduring legend, 9 noble saints were united and reincarnated as this Pokemon. Early in development, it was going to have an earlier stage that Nabogasawara later retroactively named Volpe that only had 3 tails, the way it's supposed to be born, according to one of its Pokédex entries. But for now, I'm going to go sell every item we have. Yes, it hurts like hell, but we don't need items anymore. I could go fight the Elite Four for money, or I could just sell all of our items. I feel like that would work. Okay, maybe not those, I forgot. But these sell for money. We don't have to catch any more Pokemon. We caught them all. We can't catch any more unique Pokemon for our Pokédex. That's it. So, goodbye. This is painful because you can't ever find any more of these. That's all of them in the game, plus the ones we already used. Full restores, we bought a ton of those. Goodbye. I want to say that this moment feels pretty good. Seeing this amount of coins, we might not make it. I don't want to do the math, but I think after selling every TM and every item of any value that we have except the 2 rare candies, which I want to hold on to, they're only worth like $400 anyway, we may not have enough coins to get Porygon. Just barely. Well, guys, we need $31,440 Pokédollars to get the remaining coins because We cannot afford the coins. I have sold every sellable item except for the 2 rare candies, as I previously mentioned, but I have a plan to remedy this situation. Well, the only way we can get money now at all is at the Pokemon League. So here's our ragtag crew that's going to take on the Pokemon League. Thought I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I have these items, and I have... notice the experience all. The coin case is irrelevant to the Pokemon League. Remember, I have no healing items and no money. Actually, sorry, I'm going to go back and get all the PP healing items out of the box. Remember, PP healing items don't sell for anything, and neither do vitamins like PP up. So I am going to heighten Cheater's moves with the PP ups that I never used, because we don't have any more battles, so why not? I'm going to save before doing so, though. But first things first, I can get out of all that grinding with these, the rare candies. A Weedle is evolving at level 99. I'm leaving this in because Cheater's a part of the family. Beautiful, solidly beautiful. Oh, but it's not over yet. Final rare candy in the game, and we have a level 100 Pokemon who is evolving into a Beedrill. And now, I will let you guys know the results of my experiment and see how the Elite Four treats us. What is that back sprite? Oh my god. Okay, here we go. I've used the PP ups. We're going to use Hyper Beam, of course. That felt so good. Wait, what? Cheater isn't supposed to get experience? Oh my god. Well, I didn't know. I thought Cheater was level 100, so it wouldn't get any more experience. It can't level up anymore. 100 is the level cap. It's gaining useless experience. Alright, let's see how much damage these Pokemon do. Oh! Never mind, there's not a recharge turn because it ended. Okay, cool. We'll use Hyper Beam over and over then. I'll show you if anything interesting happens. Well, we did kill all of Lorelei's Pokemon in 1 hit, so it's safe to say we can take out the entire Elite Four with just Cheater and our PP recovery, because they can't get a hit in on us. Everybody in the Pokemon League has the same text, so don't worry about that. That was the weirdest way to evolve a Butterfree imaginable, but I'm actually going to hit the stop recording button while I do this because nothing interesting is going to happen. I mean, it's funny. That's going to be in the Hall of Fame, so I'll record that, but this is the weirdest way to grind Like, how much money was that? Yeah, this is the weirdest way to grind Porygon money ever. Well, guys, I'd like to say I did it fair and square. Look at that. Cheater level 100. I might actually just keep doing this. I only had to use 1 max elixir, and that was it. We took 1 hit when I used Earthquake on Executor because I didn't want to restore the PP for Hyper Beam. And it wasn't, you know, it was weak, so Executor got off of Hypnosis and then used Barrage on me. And that was about it. That is our second Hall of Fame entry. There are 50 that can be stored in the game. So I'm going to sit through the credits. And, oh, outstanding. You've become a real pro at this. Oh, that feels great to hear. Thank you, Oak. I'll see you guys when I can finally get Porygon. Look how painful this is. We just need 2,000 something more coins, or more dollars. We only need 122 more coins, that's it. I'm gonna go fight the Elite Four again. Okay, here we go! It's finally time! Porygon. No, thank you. I am good. Let's go down. I believe Porygon is way at the bottom. I'm sorry. We haven't seen Pidgeot yet? We saw the man that had one, and I thought Blue had one. I guess he doesn't in yellow. Or maybe it just depends on what evolution he has. That's the evolutions of Eevee. That's... Well, it started as a fan name until the Pokemon Company actually adopted it, and it later became official. But look at this. Our Pokédex is so filled out. It's beautiful. Now, where is Porygon? There you are. The virtual Pokemon. The only Pokemon people anticipate can fly into space. None has managed the feat yet, however. Now, I mentioned before about its relation to Team Rocket and how Silph created it. And it's actually a tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that everybody told Game Freak that Pokemon wasn't going to sell well because they weren't developing for the Nintendo 64 and making Polygon games. That's why its name is a corruption of Polygon. Because Porygon is how Polygon is spelled in Japanese. Satoshi Tajiri, creator of the series, went to get a haircut, and he told his barber he was making a game. And the barber said, "What kind of game?" And he said, "It's for Game Boy." And the barber said, "Oh, that's a bit outdated, don't you think?" It's funny because Pokemon skyrocketed the sales of the Game Boy and is the most successful media franchise of all time. But we've been over that. Okay, one more stop before we're done. We have spent so much time in and around Cerulean City. If you hear that, that's Biscuit trying to come into my room. But there's one final thing before we leave off and only have multiplayer and glitches left. We forgot an old friend of ours. The only Pokemon that can be directly bought with money in the entire game. The Scam. Floppy the Magikarp. It's only grown 30 levels. I'm kind of shocked. That's pretty cheap. You know what? We'll do it. Thank you, buddy. Look at those pathetic stats. But it finally learned Tackle. Well, guys, I could evolve it into Gyarados, but it's destined to be a Magikarp forever. So, that's it. I will be grinding in Cerulean Cave and maybe using Cheater in the Elite Four strategy for Pokemon that will take longer to evolve, like Dragonair, which doesn't evolve until level 55. Biscuit, please! Alright, Biscuit might finally make background noise. I'm scared she's going to trample all over the courts, but here's the final list. I am going to evolve Stu, the Pidgeotto, into Pidgeot at level 36. Evolve Ponyta, which evolves into Rapidash at level 40. Drowsy evolves into Hypno at level 26. You can catch Hypno in Cerulean Cave in Red and Blue, however. I'm going to evolve Kabuto, which evolves into Kabutops, a Pokemon we haven't seen, at level 40. And, of course, I'm going to evolve Dragonair into Dragonite at level 55. The rest we will deal with Galen through trades. But there are 4 Pokemon we cannot get until we play through Red. We cannot get Ekans or Arbok because they are exclusive to Red. Same with Electabuzz, a Pokemon we haven't seen yet. And since there are only 2 Eevee between, you know, me and Galen, and he chose Jolteon and I chose Vaporeon, there's no way to get Flareon, who we haven't even seen. So we'll have to get Flareon in Red version. Other than that, we'll take care of everything else with Galen. So I will see you guys back for either the multiplayer or glitches or the Oak fight. I'm not sure yet. But I'd like to leave off our final normal, if you could call this normal, episode with the final rumor. There was a huge rumor that even I heard as a kid that if you leave the Route 4 Magikarp that the scam artist sells you sells you. Sorry, I was thinking of his name, Magikarp Salesman. And if you take that Magikarp, leave it at the daycare until it's level 49, and you take it out and evolve it, or level it up one more time, it will evolve into Mew at level 50. That's obviously fake, but I've always left that Magikarp in the daycare, or held it with me and let it stay in the party and evolve with Experience All, and then use it as a Gyarados. So, I do love Floppy the Magikarp. Alright, well, that's it for me, because I'm not going to show you all the grinding for no reason. It's just to evolve Pokemon. I'll see you guys later. I'm LP Master 6! Say goodbye, Biscuit. She can't talk.